Hi everyone, Jenny here, and I actually am in the car. I was looking over at Start, which I'm reading on my iPad mini, and I actually asked Aaron to pull over so that I could just talk about chapter 7 a little bit, because I'm actually rereading this chapter and a few things just hit me, and I highlighted a little bit and I'm going to go over that really quickly. The first thing I thought was really interesting was John talking about not being a jerk, because I say this to myself all the time. If they weren't such a jerk, they would just be awesome. And I need to take that advice, because I know I'm conscious of the way that I treat other people, but I need to even be more conscious of that and make sure that I'm not being a jerk, because as long as I'm not being a jerk or entitled or lazy, my road to awesome, it just got a lot more clear. So that was like the one thing that really hit me. And then the crop circles of support that John talked about, I thought were really interesting and a really neat way of looking at it. The first crop circle he talks about is your spouse, and Aaron and I have been together now for almost 3 years, so I consider him my spouse. And the first thing that he said to do is to make action payments. And it's really interesting because he and I are both on a similar journey, but we're not on the same exact journey. And I do a lot of talking, and I say I'm going to be doing a lot of things, and I have all these grand ideas. But the best way that I realize I can show Aaron I'm serious is by actually doing the things I talk about. And I highlighted this here. It says, you don't gain any support if you sacrifice your spouse's time for your dream. And I really need to start working on that more, because I do work on my dream during our time, and I do that a lot. And so I learned a lesson there. And he also says master how versus wow. And I think I'm actually more of a how person than a wow person, but and I actually feel Aaron is more of a wow person than a how person, so we complement each other there. I never thought of it that way, so if you've ever thought of it that way, or if you have a perspective, I'd like to hear that from you, because that just hit me. And the one thing I did learn, though, was he said to do the 2 weeks of wow. And I think when Aaron gives me his ideas and throws all these great visions out at me, I think I need to start doing the 2 weeks of wow. I think it would really help, not just in our relationship, but with his vision and where he goes with his own dreams. So I'm going to try that, and he's looking at me right now from behind the camera like, what are you talking about? But so that was the first thing I learned there in the first circle. The second circle was friends and family. And you know what? I definitely need to practice patience. I agree with John there. And support, and asking, how can I be a fan of other people's dreams? And it's one of those things, if you help other people do the things they want to do, then you'll help yourself. And it's like one of those things, like a catch-22, but it just was put in a way that really helped me. So the other circle that he talks about is fellow travelers and challenging each other. And you know what, it's one of those hold each other accountable kind of things. If you don't have an accountability partner or someone that can help motivate you, help you celebrate at what he calls the brag table, you need to find someone that you can really hold accountable, and they can hold you accountable. I haven't used the term brag table, but I definitely am going to start doing that, and bringing all of the things that I'm proud of to the brag table, and not feeling ashamed of it, because you know what, we have a right to be proud of ourselves. So that's what I took from chapter 7. I hope that you took a lot from chapter 7 as well. Leave your comments below this video, and I hope you have an awesome day. Bye for now.